I remember a generation ago, we and our classmates, my classmates, some of them are here today. We have walked in these corridors and in these fields. We have practically graduated on the same spot where you are now, except that during our graduation, 100 or 150 damo nagid. And that's why we could all be seen when we graduated. And I will tell you, we are not different. When we sat down there, the thought in our minds was, san o pa ni matapos, kay gadali na kami mag-party karon sa gabi. San o pa ni magtapos ang tanan nga suglanon ni, kay gusto man kami magpakita sa mga boyfriend, girlfriend namon, mag-picture taking, kagwapo, kagwapa sa amon today. Tani ginatanaw man kami nila. But most important, there are distractions also. Tani, magsaka ko sa stage, hindi ako madusmo. So, those were our thoughts, and I'm sure these are your thoughts. But I tell you, in the air today is an excitement that you truly deserve. The excitement that after 16 years or so of hard labor, hard work, you have reached the pinnacle, a milestone in your life. This excitement is yours, and this must be absorbed by you and remembered. But I know behind it, like when we graduated with all this excitement, I knew behind that excitement was the darker color, the sense of anxiety, the sense of fear of the unknown. Tomorrow, you will no longer have the regular schedules you used to be comfortable with. You will now find new schedules for yourself. Tomorrow, you're trying to find out, do I get a job? Or will some of my friends get a job and I'll probably get one next year? What kind of work can I get tomorrow? There are these thoughts and these pressures that you cover today and in the next few weeks with partying. That's okay. That's okay. That's part of life. I will tell you, this pressure is not even pressure yet. When you remember this day, please remember your parents who are here. They have given all, and they're gonna ask that you give your best and make a life for yourselves, something that they can be proud of, and you can say thank you to them with that effort. When your teachers and your mentors are here, and they have given everything, they hope that you will use it and you will be very, very successful in whatever you may do. Some people call it pressure. I call it motivation. Why is that the case? When I graduated, this is my personal story. Nobody can compete with this because it's mine, and when you tell yours, nobody will compete with that either. It's all right, I graduated summa cum laude. Okay. And then some of our teachers made a game out of it, I suppose, and they gathered and said, let's make a consensus. Who is going to be the most likely to succeed? And lo and behold, they named me most likely to succeed. Pressure. I felt the pressure such that I thought I might run away from it, and I joined the La Salle brothers. But it wasn't really the case, I suppose. I thought I had a vocation. I didn't last 2 years and a half. It had something to do with the vows of poverty, chastity, and obedience. And I think it was mostly obedience, brother. But imagine, all the credentials that I carried, and I thought, my first career will be the first and the last. I will choose the best, and I will grow and rise in the ranks and eventually become a senior officer of the organization. I will tell you, I was one of the late bloomers of our class. It took me 20 years to find my moment of moments. It took me 10 career changes to find that moment. And this is what I would like to share with you. First, what has been pounded upon our minds is that seize the moment. But I tell you, there is not just one moment to seize. There will be moments after moments that you must seize. You must embrace the risk and the challenges of the unknown, because if you stick to the shores and you never go out, you will never get to the next island. The moment of moments will come, and for me, it took 10 career changes. Second thing I learned, most of us will tend to compare ourselves with what others are doing and what they have done. I will tell you, each one of you is unique. You have your own personal journey to take. Never compare. And I now truly believe in Desiderata when he says, do not compare yourself to others, for there will be greater and lesser men than you. My classmates, some of them, on the first year they got the job, they found their niche in the world, they stayed there for the next 30, 40 years, retired senior officers of this organization, if not presidents. Why did it take me 20 years? I don't know. That's my personal journey. But do not compare, because life is not a 100-meter dash. It is a marathon. And it is a marathon about your personal journey. So don't worry about it. If others succeed ahead of you, praise God for them. They can perhaps help you along the way. If others fall, help them. But do not make the basis of comparison others. You find your own journey and your path. Third lesson I'm going to pass on to you. Everything out there tomorrow will not be a bed of roses. Okay? Not a bed of roses. Life is going to throw curveballs at you, as it did to me. One job after another, it brought me to my knees so many times. And I remember distinctly one point in my life. My wife, Janie, and I had our firstborn, and we were so excited, and she comes to me and says, Pops, I think we need to buy a crib. Or was it a stroller? And I looked at my bank account, since I was in between careers, in between jobs, and I didn't have enough to buy. I was on my knees, and I asked myself, where are all these credentials? What are all these paper that says you're brilliant and all? Where are you now? When those moments come that you doubt yourself, that you doubt your strength, remember today. Because today is the source of your greatest strength. The hopes and dreams and expectations of your parents, of your teachers. If they see something in you that you do not see in yourself, why give up? Rise. Rise one more time. After all, success is just one more rising the number of failures and the number of kneeling you will do. There is a Latin phrase that goes, dulcius ex asperis. It's very appropriate for Negros. Dulcius, dulce, sugar, sweetness. Asperis sounds like aspirin for headache. What it really means is dulcius, sweetness, follows bitterness. It can also mean success follows hard work, sacrifices. You cannot separate one or the other in this life. You want the most important things in life, the most worthy things to pursue, it will ask of you your blood, sweat, and tears. It will not be easy. But you hang on. Dulcius ex asperis. The second question that perhaps may be asked of me, how did you know where to go? How did you know that you found what you found? I will tell you, I truly believe that in each one of us is planted a voice. I don't know, some people call it the voice of God. Some people say it is the authentic you. In the silence of the night, or in the midst of your contemplation or prayer, listen to that voice. Because that voice will tell you, this is not the end of your journey. You have to move on. How many of the people in the world have missed the boat of success truly in its sense because they settled for okay lang? You have been trained in a Lasallian tradition and heritage that okay lang is never okay. You have to be the best that you can be. And that voice, you have to listen to. Pero, kung madamo voices ka mo mabatian, maybe it's about time to see a guidance counselor. I'm not talking about the many voices. I'm just talking of the voice. Okay? But go back to yourself. You will know when you have found it. It took me 20 years, and it wasn't even planned. An opportunity came, and I gave into it. Lastly, if that is still not hard enough, lastly, we in this Lasallian institution, in this great heritage that it has provided us, we have always known that you can struggle through life, that you can find your niche, that you can succeed. It is still not enough. What you do, how you touch other people matter. We must make a difference in the lives of other people. We must make this world better than the one we found. This is the calling of Saint La Salle. It is not enough to find yourself. Find yourself in the midst of all those who need us. And therefore, this nobility of endeavor you should pursue always. And tonight, okay, not tonight, because I know tonight you'll all be having headaches and hangovers after all the drinking and partying. But in the next few days when you pray, and this I pray with you, that the good Lord let His face shine upon you, that He gives you strength to overcome the struggles, that He gives you the voice to hear so that you find yourself, and most of all, that He touches your heart with the generosity that is built inside. And I pray that you keep that in your heart always. Saint John Baptist De La Salle, live Jesus in our hearts. Animo, La Salle. Thank you.